If you haven't been feeling very motivated to work out, currently in a fitness slump, or maybe you're showing up but you haven't been consistent with giving your best, you aren't alone. I want to take you through the ultimate wellness reset routine that will help you lock in, realign, and get motivated in your health journey so that you can feel your best and become who God destined you to be. By clicking on this video, I'm assuming that you are wanting to get excited about working out again. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. And, I've been consistent, but I haven't been like truly excited or motivated to show up. But I truly think it's because I haven't been super intentional about showing up. So that is what this video is all about. It is time for us to get focused, to dial in, to get our lives together, to get out of this rut that we've been in and truly do this together. This is a safe space for us to grow together. So I have a list of things that we're going to walk through together and do together. I believe a huge reason why I haven't been focused and I haven't been as excited is just because I haven't been intentional with the things that I'm doing. I've been showing up, but I haven't been showing up intentionally. I've been doing the thing, but I haven't been doing it in excellence. I haven't been doing the best that I can. And I know before I used to lay my clothes out before bed. I used to make sure I have my water bottles filled around the house. Like I stopped doing the things that I know helped me get to a certain result. And then I got comfortable and then I started slacking and then it left me feeling like in a rut. And this is why I'm making this video today because I know that I'm not the only one who is feeling like this. And I'm really ready just to get out of this space, whatever this space is called, and just get on track. I don't want to backtrack. I don't want to go back to the habits that I used to have. So the thing is, we just need to be intentional together and have those small daily wins that build up the excitement every day. Like I used to track my weight once a week. And even if the weight was not the weight that I wanted, I still felt good about it because I was tracking it and it let me know, okay, what did I eat this week? It allowed me to reflect on just my actions or my habits of that week to then have a better result the next week and show up in a different way than I was before. And I truly believe the habit of being intentional is how we get better in anything. Because in order to have progression in any area of our life, we have to be intentional. And as a business owner, as a creator, as someone who still does work a 9 to 5, if I'm not intentionally taking care of my body, treating my body as a temple that it is, I am not able to show up in the best way that I possibly can in any other area. It translates when I'm not taking care of myself in real life. Because if I don't show up to my workout, if I'm not eating healthy, I truly feel it. And so I'm just ready to get out of my own way and get it together. The most important thing that we can do is reflect so that we can realign. So we're going to be answering some journal prompts first, and I'm going to share with you the exact journal prompts that I'm going to be answering, and then we're going to walk through it together. So the first one is, what am I showing up for? Why am I doing this? What's the big picture? That's all in one. And you can kind of choose which question works better for you. But when I think about what I'm truly showing up for, I'm showing up for myself because I love myself. And I'm also showing up because I love the Lord. And the Lord gave me this body. So I want to treat my body as the holy temple that it is. And when I do that, I also think about how I'm going to feel when I feel good. I don't like feeling bad. I don't like feeling or just being tired because I'm going up the stairs. Like, I want to feel good in the clothes that I put on. I want to be able to buy something and not have to worry about, is this going to look funny on me? And I know that that goes into a whole different category of body dysmorphia and things like that. I'm not talking about that. I just mean like I want to be able to buy something and not have to worry about, are my rolls going to show through this dress? You know what I mean? Like those are the things that I think about of why am I showing up? And then I also just want to live a long and healthy life. I don't
want to be in a hospital bed. I don't want to be sick all the time. I don't want to have to get all of these surgeries because my organs are failing. So that's truly why I'm showing up. Question number 2. What's the thing I think is keeping me from being excited? And what can I do about it? So the thing that I think that is keeping me from being excited is because I'm worrying about the money that it's gonna cost to get the food that I know that I need to nourish my body. And the thing is, I can shift my mindset from thinking about, oh, what's the cost or what am I losing to what am I gaining or what do I already have in my fridge that I can use now so that I'm not always or constantly going out and buying new things to nourish my body, if that makes sense. Journal prompt number 3, I'm going to be reading it out of the Best Belief Journal. And the journal prompt says, in what ways can I take better care of my mental and physical health? So now originally, the first 2 questions are more kind of like reflective questions. And now we're doing realignment questions. So, how can I take better care of my mental and physical health? What I wrote is daily walking and working out. So, movement, meal prepping, keeping stats and taking my medicine. And my mental health, I put abide. I'm talking about abiding in the Lord, spending time with Him, just making sure that I have a relationship that I'm involving Him in my decisions and just things that I'm doing throughout the day. And I also wrote speaking positively to myself and not complaining. Those are huge because when we complain, it truly shows where our heart is. And so I truly try not to complain, even if I'm having the worst day. I just recite scripture to myself and just encourage myself that it won't always be like this, that this is temporary, that seasons always change. And then I just try to speak positively about absolutely everything. And I know it can sound cliche, maybe, but it really does help. And when you have a positive mindset, it truly helps translate in your actions because you're thinking about it. It's just like the example that I shared in the how to talk confidently on camera video. When you're thinking about showing up on camera and you're dreading the thought of it, you're going to do everything you absolutely can to procrastinate and maybe not even show up at all. So that is why when I was saying like to reframe your mindset of, okay, I'm actually excited about it. Let me focus on step 0 to 1, not 0 to 10. And this is actually going to help me show up versus not show up at all. Question number 4, what are these small things that create big results that I know will help me get back on track and stay focused? Everything I wrote down, I wrote it to help me build those small wins that in return help me become excited. And those are all the things that we're going to be doing today together. So I wrote journal prompts, which is what we're doing right now, meal prepping, laying my clothes out before bed, filling up my water bottles and leaving them around the house, write a scripture and put it on the mirror, go to bed on time. So I'm basically saying to have a full 8 hours of rest and I wake up at 5:30. So the goal is to go to bed at least by 9:30 and write out my workouts of the week so that I can physically check them off and then weigh myself weekly or have weekly progress pictures. I am so ready. Let's get into it. I still haven't worked out today. So, we're also going to get into what my workout is, which is a Pilates workout that I do at home. But maybe what I'll do is we'll do the thing that I'm kind of dreading the most first, which again, my mindset isn't that I'm dreading it. It's just like the verbiage that I'm using. So, the thing that I know that if I push it off till later, it probably won't get done, although I'm recording this to hold myself accountable, honestly. First, we're gonna meal prep and we're gonna use what I already have in my fridge. I wouldn't say I'm in the best place to just be able to go to the grocery store and buy all this wide range or variety of food and meals. So I'm just gonna eat what's already in my fridge and then eventually I'll go to the store and get more things. On a normal day, I probably would have written out my entire meal plan. I would have went to the store and I would have bought specifically the things that I wrote on the meal plan. But for now, again, we're just gonna look in here and see what I got. I have these veggies and I love these veggies. So if you've never tried them, you can get them from Costco. They're already seasoned. I'm telling y'all, so good. I also have this kind as well. So I'm just gonna pull these out. We have microwave brown rice. I also have cauliflower rice. What we could do is mix the rice cauliflower with the brown rice with the veggies and then just add a meat to it. And I feel like that would be a very simple, easy meal to make. I already have some chicken breasts that I made earlier in the week, so we'll use that for the meal that I just mentioned. I have some taco seasoned turkey meat right here. It's not a lot, but it's enough for at least 2 days. And maybe I could just make a salad because I have lettuce and I have all the things I need for a salad, but that's about it. Like, I really don't have much in my fridge, but we're gonna work with what we got. And then I also have a lot of breakfast foods, which I love breakfast. So we're good on breakfast. We're not gonna meal prep that. I'll wake up and I'll cook that in the morning. The Lord's really been dealing with me when it comes to my eating because I used to weigh 245 pounds and I probably weighed more than that, but that's like the actual tracking that I did the first time I ever weighed myself after I started losing weight. Because the thing is, when I first started losing weight, I was too scared to have that number or to even know what my weight was. So I just never checked it. And when I finally did, I found out I was 245 pounds and I lost 60 pounds in 1 year. When I saw that number, I said, oh no. But the thing was, I didn't actually start going ham until I was in the cafeteria and this boy laughed at me in my face and he told me, like, you're not gonna lose 40 pounds. And I said, okay, you wanna bet? So I did it out of a place of like, not because I love myself, but because I wanted to prove somebody wrong. So I lost weight for the wrong reason and then I gained it back. And I was also so miserable because of the way that I lost weight. And I was so strict on myself and I talked to myself negatively. And I believe I just had such an unhealthy relationship with weight loss. And so right now, I am working on losing weight, but my goal is to not do it in a way where I'm talking down on myself or do it in a way where I'm burning myself out to the point where I just don't want to show up for myself at all. And when I say the Lord has been dealing with me about this, is because I really feel the Lord moving me in a direction of just removing my addiction to food. And this is hard to admit. Like, I would say that I truly have a struggle when it comes to food. And it's a love. Like, I love food. I love the taste. I love the flavor. A lot of the times, like, I will make healthy meals because of the flavor that it has. And I don't like to eat boring stuff. And that's not to say, like, oh, because you don't like boring foods, you like love food so much to where you're addicted. I'm not saying that. But I'm just sharing just my experience, and I just have such a strong resistance towards eating the same thing every day, or just following the plan that I followed before, because I remembered how I felt in that season. And so I'm going to be getting back on it because I want to be obedient to the Lord. I want to do the hard work that I know is going to take me where the Lord wants to take me. And a lot of the results that we want is in the work that we won't do. So I'm going to do the work. It's going to be hard. And I just really been having to get out of my own head, because it's going to take discipline. It's going to take intentionality. And these are the things that I need to do to get where I know that I'm destined to be. And so I really just hope this inspired you and that this story motivated you to just go after it, to not let fear keep you from showing up for yourself, to not allow fear to keep you crippled in a place that you're praying to get out of. I'm done. I'm done with it. Yes, my flowers are dying and I haven't switched them out yet because I want to get new ones first. We started where we could, and we have a full meal prep, and then we have extra veggies and rice for later. And then I have my lettuce chopped up already to go, so I don't make an excuse of, oh, I need to chop up the lettuce. I'm making things easy on myself. And the trick that I actually did, I learned from my mom, and basically you can put a paper towel, flip it over, and it'll soak all the moisture out of the lettuce so that it can last longer. And I don't know if I said that right. Soak out all the moisture. Maybe just get all the water out left over from when I washed it in the sink. I actually got this habit tracker a long time ago. I got the dry erase one so that I could reuse it. And this is going to be perfect to write out my workouts for the week. I've already done Monday and Tuesday, but I feel like it would just be so fun and create just a small win for myself to then slide it over whenever I got it done. I haven't used this, so it's kind of stiff, but we're going to make it work. I actually do at-home workouts, so it makes it really easy. I just go to the program that I'm doing, and then I write what is up for the week. And I am on phase 2, week 4, and that means I'm almost on phase 3. This already made me so happy. I only checked off Monday and Tuesday. Today's Wednesday, and I need to do this workout. I'm thinking that I'll do it next, but I'm really not sure. If you want one of these, it truly does help because I have it for my business and I use it for something different. And the pack that I ordered, it came with 5. So if you want one, just make sure to click the link in the description. I'll make sure to link it below.
Big out on top, I'm good at the ball. I'm leading a flock, the devil he bought. I'm not gonna stop, cause I got the potter.
The scripture that I'm going to write down on a sticky note is 1 Corinthians 6:19, but I'm going to read you 19 through 20. Don't you realize that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who lives in you and was given to you by God? You do not belong to yourself, for God bought you with a high price, so you must honor God with your body. I feel like when I hear this verse, it reminds me that my body is not my own. And if I love the Lord, I'm going to take care of myself. And when I steward my body well, a lot of things flow and just happen better in my life. And so I just want to look at this verse every day to remind myself that I must honor God with my body. And when I have this reminder, it's going to over time just start to engrave itself in my heart, which is going to help me make better decisions in my day to day. So we have our sticky note ready. We're going to go put it on my mirror so that every single morning I can see it when I wake up, I can read it, and I already have 3 other sticky notes, and I'll show you what those are. I am gentle. I have a heart posture of giving. I do not seek success. I seek to become valuable. In 1 Corinthians 6:19 through 20. This is the one that we just wrote. Okay, I picked out my clothes that I'm laying out before bed to wear tomorrow. These are Paragon and they're so comfortable. And I don't know what it is, but I'm really feeling a bright pop in color. I don't know, it just makes me feel good. And I have the tops and the bottom. And now I'm ready to go to bed and get a full 8 hours of sleep. So my goal was to go to bed early, but that's not happening. I don't even know what time it is, but I know that it is not 9 o'clock. But the goal is no matter what time I go to bed, I need to make sure I can get 8 hours of rest. And thankfully, I have the capability to do so. And also, normally, what I was doing is no matter what time I went to bed, I was still waking up at 5:30 in the morning, and I was just so exhausted and tired. And so I've just been trying to prioritize going to bed earlier, and that's so I can wake up in the morning, spend time with the Lord. But honestly, no matter what time I wake up in the morning, I make sure that I spend time with the Lord because that is a vital part of my day. That is my daily bread. And I truly don't have a good day when I don't prioritize spending time with the Lord because I'm easily disturbed by something. I'm not rooted in just peace and calmness. And I don't know what it is, but I find myself just being anxious about something. And it doesn't even have to be me worried about anything. I just don't feel that peace that I get when I read my word in the morning or even praying. Like every morning, I do read the Bible, but there are occasions where I don't, and that's every once in a while. And on those days, I don't feel bad or make myself feel bad for it because I know my non negotiable is praying every single morning as soon as I wake up. Because truly, that is how I get in the presence of the Lord and feel that peace, even when I'm not physically reading the Bible, although I make it my intention and a daily habit to do so, and I crave it. Like I want to wake up reading the Bible. So that's why I really prioritize my mornings with God. And I was waking up in the 5 a.m. crew for a really long time. And, I found myself waking up at 5:30. Sometimes I'm waking up at 6:30. Being a work for yourself girl plus a 9 to 5, I kind of have a range on specific days where I can wake up earlier than I do on some other days. Like tomorrow, I do have to go to work, but my workday starts at 10-ish. So that still gives me enough time to get that 8 hours of rest, wake up probably around 6:30. I'll spend time with the Lord and I'll do what I need to do. So let's go to bed because I have to be. Oh my gosh. I am so happy that we went through this together because I truly feel so much better. I feel so much more excited. I feel ready to attack the day. Now that I have my cute workout clothes on, I took my pictures. I know, where I'm at, and all I can do now is move forward and it's up from here. So I just really pray that this blessed you and that this helped you in some way. I'm actually about to go get my workout in, and I'm honestly so thankful that I went through this process because I really wasn't sure about filming it because, it can be difficult to be vulnerable online, but that's what I'm about here. And I had to just get myself right and say, look, I need to show up because I know that you're counting on me. And I know that what I'm struggling with, you're probably struggling with too. So I'm just so grateful that we are on this journey together, that this is a safe space for us to grow together, to elevate, and all the things, just truly become who God called us to be. Because I know you have a big dream on your heart. I know God has called you for something so big. But if we cannot take care of ourselves, how are we going to be able to handle that thing? How are we going to be able to show up without burning out, without feeling overwhelmed? When we take care of ourselves by taking care of our bodies, taking care of our minds, spending time with Him, it just makes everything so much better. And so I'm just so thankful that we were able to walk through the process and I was able to take you through what I do whenever I'm feeling in a funk or I just need to get my mind right and get it back together. So, again, thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I would love to continue being on this journey together.